You may have heard about the case of Abu Zubaydah or Zain al-Abidin Mohammed Hussein, a Palestinian stateless prisoner held in Guantanamo for the past 24 years without charge or trial, and how he has been compensated by the British government a substantial amount for their role in his torture. Abu Zubaydah is somebody that hails from Palestine. He is a survivor of the United States torture program. In the wake of 9/11, tens of millions of dollars to develop what's known as the enhanced interrogation torture techniques. They put him alive in a coffin for hours, stripped him naked, beat him, tortured him, put him in little boxes, threw insects on him that he was led to believe were poisonous and dangerous insects. They did all of that to him in the first years. Abu Zubaydah, despite not being charged with a crime, was believed to be, by the CIA, senior lieutenant of Osama bin Laden, a top strategist, as George Bush had said openly. And of course, all of them were wrong. And instead of releasing him and compensating him and apologizing to him, they sent him to Guantanamo, where he continues to be imprisoned without trial. But here's the weird part. Abu Zubaydah has won cases in the European Court of Human Rights against Lithuania, against Poland, and against Romania for their role in his torture, because the CIA tortured him on their soil and has received compensation. Now, how do you receive compensation as a prisoner? Well, you don't. You barely receive a letter or a phone call or legal defense. So it goes to relatives or people that he wants the money to go to. But now he's been paid by the British government, the same British government that was involved in our torture of its own citizens. And that is because they were sending questions and were involved right from the get-go in the torture and abuse of Abu Zubaydah through interrogations. Abu Zubaydah is a Palestinian. And perhaps his case highlights how history begins on the October the 7th, 2023. It doesn't. Abu Zubaydah was a child when occupation tanks were coming into his homeland and killing his people. And Abu Zubaydah wanted to be part of the liberation of his homeland, like many others did, and instead became a victim and a survivor of the United States of America and its torture of Muslim, Middle Eastern, foreign, Asian, African people. Britain, that played a role that required for it to pay compensation to him, should call upon Donald Trump, Abu Zubaydah, to be released and to go back to a place where he's safe. Please do keep your eyes open about Abu Zubaydah's case and more updates. Thank you and salam alaikum.